Welcome to the Digital Discovery YouTube channel. Today we are diving into 30 essential business expressions that will help you excel in meetings, especially when conversing with native speakers. Mastering these expressions will definitely enhance your communication skills and boost your confidence during discussions. Stay tuned, keep learning, and explore with us. What is business English? In the business world, clear and professional English communication is crucial. Whether you are job hunting, presenting, or dealing with international clients, mastering business English can make or break your success. Business English covers formal writing, effective conversations, and key terms and phrases that help you sound confident and professional. Why learn business idioms? Business idioms are concise and impactful, perfect for fast paced environments. Learning these can significantly improve your workplace communication. When to use these expressions? These expressions are useful in meetings, emails, reports, and even in handling challenging situations. These are versatile and can enhance both your professional and personal interactions. Improving your business English can open doors to career advancement and better workplace communication. Stay tuned for more tips and tricks. Let's get started. Let's start with the first idiom, heads up. Example, I wanted to give you a heads up that we are going to be restructuring the team. This expression is used to warn someone about something, usually something that will affect them directly. If you are planning to make a change that will impact someone else, it's always polite to give them a heads up so they are not caught off the guard. Get up to speed. Example, can you bring me up to speed on the latest sales figures? If you are not familiar with a particular topic or situation, you can ask someone to bring you up to speed. This phrase is often used when you are joining a team or taking over a project from someone else and need to quickly get up to date with what's been happening. Keep me in the loop. Example, can you keep me in the loop on any developments with the project? This project is this phrase is used to ask someone to keep you updated on what's happening. It's often used when you are not directly involved in a particular situation but need to be kept informed of any progress or changes. I see your point. Example, I see your point, but we need to consider the impact on our other customers. This expression is used to agree with someone but also to raise a counterpoint. It's a way of acknowledging that someone has a valid argument while still disagreeing with them. Address an issue. Example, can we address the issue of payment terms before we move forward? If there is a problem or concern that needs to be dealt with, you can ask to address it. This phrase is often used in a business context when there is an obstacle to overcome before making progress. Win-win situation. Example, this proposal is a win-win situation for both our companies. A win-win situation is one where both parties involved come out ahead or benefit in some way. It's often used in business to describe a mutually beneficial agreement or deal and can be particularly beneficial when negotiating. Get the ball rolling. Example, let's get the ball rolling on this project by assigning some tasks. To get the ball rolling means to start something, usually a process or project. This expression is often used when you need to get something moving or to encourage someone else to take action. Pushback. We need to push back the deadline for this project by 2 weeks due to some upcoming events in the 2024 cultural calendar. To push back means to delay or postpone something. This phrase is often used in business context when you need to more time to complete a task or deliver a product. To effectively use this phrase, you should be able to follow it up with a justification for the delay. Move or push something forward. Example, can we push forward the meeting by an hour? I have another engagement I need to attend. To push or move something forward in a business context often means to rearrange or schedule something for an earlier date or time. This expression can also be used more broadly to mean making progress or something. On the same page. Example, I just want to make sure we are on the same page before we start this project. If you are on the same page, it means you agree with or understand someone. This phrase is often used in the business world when you need to make sure everyone involved in a project is in agreement before moving forward. It can be especially important when there are different stakeholders with different objectives. Stay ahead of the game. Example, we need to stay ahead of the game by constantly innovating and improving our products. To stay ahead of the game means to be the leader or pioneer in your industry or field. This phrase is often used in business when you need to maintain a competitive edge. It can also be used more generally to describe someone who is always ahead of the trends. Pain point. One of our main pain points is the lack of customer data we have. A pain point is the problem or issue that needs to be addressed. This phrase is often used in business to describe a problem that's causing difficulty or frustration. It can also be used more generally to describe any sort of problem or inconvenience. Up in the air. Example, the future of the company is up in the air after the announcement of the merger. If something is up in the air, it means it's undecided or unsettled. This phrase is often used to describe a situation that's uncertain or in flux. It can also be used to more generally describe something that's unresolved or still being determined. Ballpark figure. Example, can you give me a ballpark figure for the cost of this project? A ballpark figure is an estimate or approximation. This phrase is often used in business when you need to get a sense of the size or scale of something without getting into too much detail. It's also commonly used more generally to describe an estimate that's not exact but it's close. In the same boat. Example, we are all in the same boat when it comes to these budget cuts. If you are in the same boat as someone, it means you are in a similar situation or having something in common. This phrase is often used to describe a shared experience or feeling, especially one that's difficult or unpleasant. Go the extra mile. Example, we need to go the extra mile to make sure our customers are happy. To go the extra mile means to do more than what's required. This phrase is often used in business when you need to put in extra effort to achieve a goal. It can also be used more generally to describe any situation where someone goes above and beyond. Take it from there. Example, I will give you the general idea and then you can take it from there. To take it from there means to continue or carry on with something. This phrase is often used when you want someone to finish a task or project that you have started. It can also be used more generally to describe taking over or taking charge of something. Stay afloat. We are barely staying afloat after the last round of layoffs. To stay, this phrase is often used to describe a difficulty or challenging situation, especially when where it's hard to keep up or make progress. It can also be used to describe a situation in which a business is close to running out of money or going under. Pull it off. Example, I don't know how we are going to pull it off, but we need to find a way. To pull something off means to succeed in doing it, especially when it's difficult or challenging. This phrase is often used when you need to achieve something that seems impossible. It can also be used in general sense to describe any situation where you succeed in doing something difficult. To cut corners. Example, we can't afford to cut corners on this project. This phrase refers to the idea of taking shortcuts. To cut corners means to do something in a less than ideal way, usually in an effort to save time or money. This phrase is often used when you need to emphasize the importance of doing something properly or not taking shortcuts. Keep your eye on the ball. We need to keep our eye on the ball if you want to succeed. This phrase is used to describe the idea of staying focused or keeping track of what's important. It's often used as a reminder to pay attention to detail or stay on the task. It can also be used to describe any situation where you need to be careful or stay focused and keep your goals in mind. Stay on top of it. Example, we need to stay on top of this project or it's going to get away from us. To stay on top of something means to keep control of it or keep up with it. This phrase is often used when you are trying to avoid getting behind or falling behind. This phrase can also be useful when you are trying to maintain a high level of quality or performance. To the drawing board. Example, we will have to go back to the drawing board on this one. This phrase is used when something needs to be redesigned or redone. It's often used when a plan or proposal isn't working out and you need to start over. It can also be used in general to describe any situation where you need to start over from scratch or keep developing something. It's a long shot. Example, it's a long shot, but let's give it a go. A long shot is something that's unlikely to happen or be successful. This phrase is often used to describe an impossible goal or a situation where the odds are stacked against you. It can also be used to describe any situation where the chances of success are slim, but you are still going to try. Touching base. Example, can we touch base later? I'm just heading into a meeting. To touch base means to have a brief conversation or meeting, usually to catch up or check in. This phrase is often used when you need to schedule a meeting or follow up with someone. It can also be helpful to use this phrase when you are trying to maintain a relationship or keep in touch with someone. To sign off on something. Example, I will need to sign off on this before we can move forward. To sign off on something means to approve it or give your permission for it. This phrase is often used when you are trying to get someone's approval for something. Signing off is a common step in many decision making processes, so this phrase can be useful in a variety of settings. Thinking outside of the box. Example, we need to start thinking outside the box if you want to find a solution. To think outside the box means to think creatively or differently. This phrase is often used when you are trying to solve a problem or come up with a new idea. If you need to your team to get creative, innovative, or just think differently, this phrase can be helpful reminder. Pinging an email. Example, I will ping you an email with the details. To ping someone means to send them a message, usually electronically. This phrase is often used when you are pinging an email or text message. It can also be used to describe any situation where you need to contact someone quickly or get their attention, whether it's by email or instant messenger or whatever employee communication system your company uses. Going forward. Example, going forward, we will need to be more careful about how we handle this. To go forward means to move ahead or continue. This phrase is often used when you are trying to make a plan for the future. It can also be used as a reminder that something needs to be done or changed in the future. This phrase can be of great use in the workplace, especially when you are trying to implement new policies or procedures. Raising the bar. Example, we need to raise the bar if we want to compete with the other teams. To raise the bar means to improve or set a higher standard. This phrase is often used when you are trying to motivate someone or encourage them to do better. It can also be used in general to describe any situation where you are trying to improve or set a higher standard. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. By subscribing, you will get notified about our latest videos and exclusive updates. Don't miss out. Thank you again.